I'm Engineer Dr. Valentine Buraimoh, Executive Chairman of Amuwo Odofin Local Government. Amuwo Odofin is comprised of riverine area and the upland. Riverine area, like I said, is a land surrounded by water, and we have our residents there, and we also have captains of industry there, like the Niger Dock and the rest of them. And in the upland there, where we have different locality, we have the Maitu estate, we have Festac, we have Abulado, we have Kirikiri. Those are the constituents that make up the Amuwo Odofin local government. Festac one is the largest estate in Nigeria and is the third largest estate in West Africa. And Festac is made up of different nationalities. In fact, Festac is a cosmopolitan location in Amuwo Odofin local government, where all the tribes that we have in Nigeria are domiciled and do one or two things to earn a living. And we have been able to bring in together all the nationalities in the Festac, and also the religion body, the Christians, the Muslims. They are now working together and synergizing together for the prosperity of Festac town. And as regards the trade fair is within the jurisdiction of Amuwo Odofin local government, where businesses are thriving in the areas, and we have been making sure that life is meaningful to our people doing business there. We have not having any issue as regards security in that area. We have not having any issue of tribal problem in that area. We are not having any issue of religion crisis in the area. So we have been working together with all the stakeholders that make up the Festac and also the trade fair, and at large that make up the Amuwo Odofin local government. We have been enjoying their cooperations, we have been enjoying their support. Well, the youth make up about 60% of the community, and we have been engaging our youth, one, in the area of employment, two, in the area of empowerment, and also to the area of ICT training. And also we involve them in few of our generation LGA, because there's domicile within the domain. They know the domain very well, and we are getting a good response from them. We'll be able to engage the youth so that we don't normally have crisis or misunderstanding among the youth in the community, because we have engaged a larger percentage of the youth within the nook and cranny of the local government. So we have been getting positive response from the youth. You see, governance is about being responsive and responsible. Governance is about bringing all the stakeholders together. Governance is about laying the problem on the table, and we all sit together to provide a solution. Governance is all about, it's business of all and sundry. And in as much that we recognize that you cannot lead the people without their support. And if you don't enjoy their cooperation, meaningful development will not come up in that area. So we are not running a government by making life unmeaningful to people, or by trying to force people to what they cannot understand or what they cannot do. But we make governance to the doorstep of the people, to the extent that everybody knows what is happening in the local governments. Everybody knows what is happening in their terrain. Everybody understands the government and know the position of government, that government have been supportive in different ways to make life meaningful to the citizenry. So we as a government, we understand that we are the third tier of government and we are the grassroots government. And in grassroots, people are free to approach you and ask, for what they expect to be done, probably in their locality or individually to them. And we then see reasons that we are operating based on the available resources at our disposal. And we are being accountable to everything that we are doing through our town hall meetings, where we showcase the account of stewardship to people, how best we have used the taxpayers' money, in the area of development in the local government, and area of welfare and well-being of the people, including the staff of the local government. So it's all encompassing. It's not run with a selected few. No, we bring everybody together and we visit together, we see things to ourselves, and we move on from there. I started politics during my school days in the university. Be involved in the student union leadership. And from there, I've seen the reason why some people have to stake themselves to look at the wrong things that's being done then at the school level, where we call the attention of the authority on some area we are lagging behind as a student, and what we feel that should be accessible to us are being denied by the authority. So we are able to agitate for our rights during our school days. And immediately after our school days, I joined the politics at the local government by going to my ward, attending my ward meetings, and contributing meaningfully during my ward meeting, and also at the LGA meetings, playing a vital role. And along the line, I was opportunity to serve as head of operations, which also known as chief of staff, and also serve as supervisor for works in this local government. So that will keep me in tandem with the surroundings. What is expected of government to do, and what's also expected of the citizen to do on their own part, and also that welfare of our citizenry is key to our government, because we intend to alleviate their suffering, we intend to put smiles on their faces, we intend them to enjoy the dividend of democracy, and we have make life meaningful to people, even the youth, the women, and the age one. We are all accessible to our government. No government such challenges, particularly which challenges are found. I know we have tried to improve on our IGR, our internal generated revenue, to be added to the federal allocations so that we can do something meaningful to our people. And we also taking out of box in the area of CSR, where the Council of Industries that are domiciled in our local government can also be of help to our citizenry in the area of employment, in the area of social corporate responsibility, in the area of partnership, so that the people of the local government can feel the impact of government in their locality. We have achieved a lot. Like I said, we have renovated, we constructed many roads. We have also renovated at least about 60% of all the public primary schools within our jurisdiction. And the area of health, we've conducted free fibroid surgery for our women. And we have also done many health outreach for people to benefit, like the blood pressure, blood sugar, cervical cancer, and all these health-related issues. And also our PAC is forthcoming. We have doctors that are operating on 24-hour basis, and the people have been coming to our PACs, and they are being responded to by the doctors. And we also have laboratories that are partner with us, where they can collect their tests, that can give the doctor the best position to prescribe drugs for them. So we've been in the area of schools. Like I said, we are renovating schools, and that's to the new standard now. From the standard we met it, we bring in innovations into our school innovation, to make it up to standard, to this, standard, and also to retrain our primary school teachers frequently on a superb curriculum. In the area of agriculture, we are doing very well in Lagos State. Even in the area of sports, we are detecting new talent. Recently, we are organizing Amuwo Games, a mini Olympics. We did it last year, and we are continuing this time around. But it's normally done within ending of November to the early December. But because of the rain now, we have to shift it. So by the time the rain stops, they can continue the Amuwo Games. So we have been doing everything, all encompassing within the strata of government. You see, for border to be closed, definitely there are some security threats that are going on there. And governance is about providing security to citizenry. Yet, we might understand that goods are not coming in. And the leadership of our President, Amuwo Buhari, have embarked on our domestic manufactured goods, that we should discourage the production of goods. Because as a nation, God has so much blessed us. And that these are the things that we can even do right for our country, because we so rely much on importation goods. And for security reasons, the border were closed. And I understand that there are some discussions going on when it should be opened for normal business activities to go on. I want to appeal to our businessmen that we should begin to look inward into our own locally made goods. And that will be the way forward for our economy to improve. The so much demand for dollar, for foreign currency, has brought us this far. And the way forward that our economy can be better for it, can be improved, is for us to depend and rely more on locally manufactured goods. And these are the goods that can compete with any goods abroad. These are the products that we are making here that can compete with any product abroad. And it is high time now that we should be disciplined and have it as a culture to believe and rely on our locally manufactured goods. The word local doesn't make it local. Manufacturing is manufacturing. The way goods be manufactured in Nigeria is the same goods be manufactured abroad. So when we say local, it doesn't mean that we are using inferior. It's the same quality that we're talking about. So I think it's high time for us now to depend, even up to supply of rice, supply of food. We have to depend on imported goods. Now that the border has been closed now, and now we eat locally manufactured rice now, that is even more tasty and better than the one we are importing. So I think yet we might talk of the advantages of the border closure, but let's also look at the advantage. Now, our locally manufactured goods now are being brought to market because we have no choice now. We are buying it and we are even enjoying the quality in it. So sometimes it could have some negative effects, but let us also look at the positive effect that is imposed on us as a nation. If ammunition is being taken into our border and it's not placed on check, automatically me and you cannot live under our roof with our eyes closed. So if government has observed that and tried to block that end, and in the process it affected our businesses into the country, it's a matter of time to be resolved. That is, let's make sure that security of life and property is very, very key in any government. So if that is what has caused us for the border closure, once that has been taken care of, the border will be opened again for business to flow. But they didn't tell him, at least we can manage our locally manufactured goods. Good from Aba, good from Owerri. These are all equally, quality goods. Even the locally made food now, the rice, the beans, the garri, we are buying it now directly from market now. I will not ask you, so we have all this kind of rice in Nigeria, and yet we are buying from abroad. So we have to critically look at our economy. Our economy is only what that can bring succor to us as a nation, and we must do everything humanly possible to cooperate with governments, particularly the Buhari government, that is being genuine, that is open to all. For us to allow the attention of the government of Buhari, to our citizenry, and we see that it will yield us a positive result at the end of the day. We can all begin, to be an employer of labor in the goods we are manufacturing, in the good we are selling, in what we are doing as a nation, the services we are providing in our country. We can begin to employ labor, and in the process we discourage the high number of employment in the country, and people can be gainfully employed and take something home to better them themselves. So the closure of border, we should look at it from two angles. The exposure that gives to us that we have some reliable, quality, locally manufactured goods, and also food supply that are domiciled in our country here that we have been exposed to now as an alternative. Now, if we develop on these locally manufactured goods, it can equally compete with the imported goods that are manufactured overseas. So let us look at it from the advantage angle and also from the disadvantage angle, and marry the two and move on from there. Well, governance about challenges. When I came in, we were having a very bad roads all across Amuwo Odofin, particularly First Stack. And there was so much pressure on government that it must give attention to roads. And equally, some of our schools were dilapidated. There are some schools that their roof were blown off by the wind of rain and what have you. And also the health challenges. Our PAC not properly equipped, not properly renovated. So we have to sit down and form a committee in all these different sectors to look at how critically we can address this issue simultaneously without one lagging behind. And we now pick on three of them: health, environment, and infrastructure. And when I talk of infrastructure, we talk of school renovation, our PAC renovation, construction of drainages, construction of and renovation of roads. And we are able to manage this thing within the first year into our office. And that gave us a kind of relief that, they now have governance of government in place. So along the line, the other one we have not been able to address, we're not addressing them simultaneously too. So that we don't want anyone to lag behind. So that as we are doing road, we are doing school, we are doing our health and environment. And we are partnering with our security operatives to secure our environment. We are providing them with a press, we are providing them with vehicle to aid the work of the security.
Engineer Valentine Buraimoh is the executive chairman of Amuwo Odofin local government. Come November 29, is going to be the recipient of Lagos International Trade Fair Stakeholder Forum Diamond Awardee for excellence in service to the people of Amuwo Odofin and Lagos in general. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.